is brought to you by Vodafone. Vodafone says just punch *110# to send cash for free. Now, if you're sending money to someone, you start thinking of the deductions. Charlie. Especially when it comes to interoperability. Charlie, Vodafone has got you covered. They've got you sorted. It costs nothing to send cash from Vodafone or to Vodafone or any other network to all network. Just send any amount as many times as you want to any network and pay zero charges on the money sent. So go ahead, make payments, show your love, make contributions, send money all you want via Vodafone Cash to all networks for free. Just dial *110# and that's it. Now, we are all big football fans, but there are some other sports that I'm personally a fan of, like tennis. I love table tennis, and I believe in myself I'm the greatest table tennis player. I love basketball too. Yeah, because table tennis, Charlie, I ship David Bolton. Well, I ship beats that K. I ship for Kwade. Any challenger, if I say I play some chair, doesn't mean say I'm rusty. I get skills. They will be they look at me there. If like I'll be the play pie. So people they rush, people they brag, then you catch them.
You the brag say you beat somebody.
But I ship them.
But you still acknowledge say you rust.
So I say, just be I rust small. But I play some chair. Charlie. But I'm still the greatest player, Charlie. Yeah, man. So from football to roulette to esports to horse racing, now we can bet, win and get paid instantly via mobile money or EFT to your bank. Visit www.betway.com.gh to play today. Remember, bet responsibly, no under 18. Betway, for the love of the game. Regulated by the Gaming Commission of Ghana. Now, TriSteel Roofing Company Limited, your first choice for quality and affordable color roofing sheets. We have standard sheets and long span roofing sheets, which include circular waves, self-lock, tiles, IDT, IBR, transparent fiber sheets. Aluzinc, aluminium, galvanized steel, and fiberglass are used in production. Our team of highly skilled estimators offer you free and quick estimates and technical support. Locate TriSteel Roofing Company opposite Mile 11 Cemetery off Accra Kaswa Road. Please call them on 0302-850-802. And they give you a 20-year warranty. TriSteel Roofing, your number one choice in roofing. So that's it with my sponsors. Mr. Logic, good morning.
Good morning.
How are you?
I'm fine.
Yeah.
I'm fine.
Good to see you.
Yeah, pleasure.
So what, you guys, Jafro?
Yes.
Jafro. So Jafro has a new song.
Oh yeah, we do. You know, it's been a while.
Yeah. After Shove Off.
After Shove Off, yeah, nothing came again until now. But this is just me. Yeah.
So only you are representing the group.
I'm representing the.
So what happened to your partner?
He's in the UK. You know, for COVID reasons, he's stuck up there, and I can't keep waiting. But this song was more like a special song I wanted to do as Jafro Logic, without him. Okay. So I did it alone.
All right, so listeners, I want us to listen. Just let's pay attention to this while I wait for Ria, Sadiq, Kwesi Ernest, and Ernest Adukumi. Let's listen to Tinto from Mr. Who produced it?
P Whistle.
Yes. Hey, my God. Yes. Yesterday I was with him. Let's listen to Tinto. When we come back, we'll begin our conversation. From Jafro.
Jafro Logic.
Now you are singing High Life.
Yeah, and they've always been saying, do your own, it's our own. I mean, I want them to know that High Life, we can all do it because this is how we're brought up. We were brought up in Ghana, so High Life is like in our DNA. So we can always do High Life. DPR at all time, we can always do High Life, bring all the local terminologies to play, as Ghanaian.
P Whistle, man.
Yeah. So that's Tinto, it's just to show that the High Life is in every Ghanaian. Once you say you will do it, you can do it.
Right.
Yeah.
Congratulations, anyway.
Pleasure. Thanks.
All right. So, Jafro Logic Tinto. Yeah. All right. Let me welcome Obi Nate. Obi, let me officially welcome you. Good morning and welcome.
Thank you very much, Andy.
You're supposed to be on air by now.
Yeah.
But because of this?
Yeah. Because like I said, I'm so passionate about this discussion. I've been championing this cause for quite a number of years now, and I'm ready to stand for the truth.
The truth.
Yes.
What is the truth?
And the standards. The truth is that where we are currently in the gospel industry, we're in a minority. Take it or leave it. How many stations patronize gospel music? How many stations play gospel music regularly? Look at the land. Look at the whole fraternity, the media fraternity. Everybody pays attention to secular music more than even gospel. In the past years, you could see that when radio presenters are coming on air, they tend to play gospel
as their intro.
Now it's no more. Even Hitz FM on Sunday morning, you play hip hop, you play other genres, not gospel. So it means that we are in a major minority. It tells you that we are lacking in audience, we're lacking in followership, and so we need space for our kind of music we do. So if we don't protect it, it means that we are opening it up for a certain kind of friendly infiltration before you realize we have lost it at all. And even the generation that will come after would come and meet a different kind of gospel. But that is not it. Gospel, I always say, is a standard. It must be kept and kept sacred. That's it. It's a sacred music and it must be kept with sanctity. The fact that we want to open up for people to come doesn't mean we should make it cheap. It might be free, but not cheap. Water is being given to people free, but it doesn't make it cheap. It's one of the most important commodities in the world. So the point is that the gospel music lacks the audience, lacks the followership. And let me give you a clear example. Even in your intro, you said this is a song by Celestine Donko featuring Akwabwa and Efia. You left Auntie Cynthia, who is a gospel artist.
Right.
Why?
It wasn't deliberate, forgive me.
You see, it is a subconscious agenda. You don't know about it. But I'm just telling you that it puts us in a more relegated state. That anytime a gospel artist has a collaboration with a secular artist, all the attention goes to the secular artist. Why? Because they have the majority. People patronize their stuff than even the gospel. So why do we allow this collaborations in the first place? People say motive. God said I should do this. You understand me? And I'm saying on this particular issue, I asked Andy, can I just walk into Hitz FM because I have a relationship with you and come and sit behind the console?
Oh no.
Why?
Because you don't work here.
Absolutely. So what do I have to do?
Well,
I need to go through protocols.
Well, you don't work here, yet you are in the studio with me now.
Because
So
you
at
have
least-
invited me.
Because I'm featuring you
Because
on
you
my
have
show.
invited me.
I'm featuring you on my show.
Because you have invited me. And I have accepted to be here.
Just
because
as
I have a good faith
just
with
as
you.
Celestine Donko invited Akwabwa and Efia, and they accepted to be there.
Absolutely. Sure. So like I'm saying, if you don't give me a certain space, I can enter. But like I'm saying, for gospel music, number one, it is not just about
And
the
let me
lyrics.
also correct you. You made mention of Hitz FM not playing gospel.
No, I said in the morning, Sunday morning.
Yes, Sunday morning.
Yes, that's what I said.
We play.
Morning.
Yeah.
Wow.
From 4 to 7, yeah.
4 to 7.
Yeah.
Okay, I see. I've never listened to that one.
Oh, yeah, so
I
you
know
need to-
Frankie only does, but you can give it to
So
Frankie.
Frankie does it in the after.
So,
in the
so
evenings.
give the gospel more space. That would help us. So like I'm saying, gospel music is not just about the lyrics. I've always said this thing. There is a spirit to gospel music. And to everything everybody does here, there's a spirit to it. It's either you are on the right, on Christ's spirit, or on the other spirit. So gospel music is not just about lyrics. It's about the spirit that is backing what you're doing. So get it clear. Now it is about identity. Identity matters. Who are you? Bible said, he said, Paul we know, Jesus we know, but you, who are you? So who are you here? We need to identify with you before you can take space. And it's about our audience and the feedback that we get. So you see, there are a lot of technicalities with gospel music. And for some time now, I think we keep lowering the standards by preaching the message open for all. No, it doesn't work here. No, it shouldn't. I'm saying
Open for all.
Yes, that's what we're doing now. It's open for all.
But is it not open for all?
That's the point. So I'm saying that it is.
No. I want you to answer that. Is it not the gospel music? Is it not, or the gospel? Is it not open for all?
Gospel, as in the good message, is open for everybody. Has to listen to the good message. You see, we are talking about the gospel music, or we are doing a general conversation about gospel. They are two different things. We're talking about gospel music. So like I'm saying, I cannot just wake up tomorrow and then you hear me singing a dancehall song by maybe a secular dancehall with a secular content.
I want you to be emphatic on
Yes.
what you said. I mean, for you to say it's not for all, I want you to explain that. I need a vivid explanation.
That's what I'm saying, that we can't box them together. I'm saying, are we talking about the gospel or gospel music?
Which one did you mean?
I mean gospel music. That's what I'm talking
So
about.
gospel music is
no,
not-
it's not for all.
Not for all.
Not for all. Because you have to show a clear identity.
Oh, you mean so you mean the singers?
Yes.
Okay.
You have to show a clear identity.
I thought you were discussing consumers.
No,
all right.
no. I mean those who sing,
Right.
those who are into it. You have to
It's
show
not for all.
You have to show clear identity. That's the kid. You can't just wake up today and then like, okay, somebody's, let's just say Stonebwoy. And we all know when we mention Stonebwoy, what comes to mind?
Well, he does reggae dancehall.
That's it.
But reggae and dancehall is not evil.
It's not evil, but it's secular. It's not sacred.
What is the meaning of secular?
Andy,
Let's hold on. Please, wait.
I wasn't coming in.
No. What is the meaning of secular? Let's go to the dictionary
Let's
and
go to
find
the
out.
dictionary, yes.
This is what the dictionary defines secular.
Good.
Of or relating to the worldly or temporal. Not overtly or specifically religious.
Good.
Not ecclesiastical or clerical.
Good.
Okay. Another definition, not bound by monastic vows or rules.
Good.
Of or relating to or forming clergy not belonging to a religious order or congregation.
Good.
A religious.
Good.
It didn't state, be it Christian or Buddhism or Islam.
traditional.
Right. Now, here are the synonyms. That's where I fell for.
Yes.
1, non-religious.
Good.
Do I have your attention,
Yeah,
Obi?
yeah.
Good. 2, profane.
Good.
3, temporal.
Good.
Good. So these are the
What
synonyms.
defines secular?
Yes.
Are we okay with that?
Yeah, we're
we're fine
fine.
with that.
Yeah.
Yes. So, like we're saying,
Or you have another definition.
no. So
for it.
you go to sacred because we're looking at two different areas. We're looking at the gospel, which is also can be defined as the sacred music, and we're looking at the secular. And the definition has clearly told us that secular synonymous to profane, right? We have non-religious, and then the other one was
Ecclesiastical or clerical.
it means that are we getting a point? When we come to gospel music and sacred music in Christianity, there are rules, there are guidelines, there are doctrines, there are regulations. There is a system you have to obey. So it is a structured environment. Gospel is not just open. It's not so open that you can come and do anything you want to do. No, it's a structure, it's a system. And that is why when Christ came, he went through the system to give us access. So that anybody who wants to access into what he has come to die for, you go to Christ. So we don't just get up and sing any song or just get up and write song because we are inspired. I wake up and then I feel this thing in my and I just want. No, you need an inspiration from Christ. That is the basis.
Who sets these rules?
That's what I'm saying, that these are the things. These are
No, you are saying there are rules, there are regulations. Who sets these rules and regulations?
That's the Christian. It's in the Christian faith.
You see, Obi, you're making it look like people like you are holier than the Pope.
No, Andy. That's the
feeling
Let me
I get from.
make this point very clear. As much as I'm speaking about these things, does not exempt me if I fall short.
Right.
The fact that you're a lawyer and you make a mistake doesn't mean that the law cannot deal with you. I'm speaking not excluding myself, but including myself. So whatever I'm saying also has an effect on me. It's like preaching. You don't go and preach to people and go and do different things. Whilst you are preaching, it also has to convict you as a pastor. So what I'm saying is that in Christianity, that is why when the people saw them in Antioch, they said, these are Christians. Why? Because they were doing their things like Christ. Are you getting the point? So
In this case, we are secular musicians are not even accepted in the church.
I'm coming. I'll make a point. I'll get there, Andy. So like I'm saying, we're talking about secular music. People say secular music is a job. They do it as a profession. They play secular songs as professions. I could understand because probably that's where they say they feed. But listen, this conversation has come down even into the church. That right after instrumentalists have finished playing gospel music, you find them in the bars, you
Right.
find them in the restaurants playing. Like, I'm asking you, what kind of spirit are you playing in the bar? What kind of spirit are you playing with the church?
Well, if I come to church, I enter the Spirit of God.
And when you go out,
Well, God is still with me.
double
because-
standards.
What is double standard? He inspired the inspiration. He brought the inspiration.
I'm coming. You see, Andy, let's be clear. The God factor is a different conversation. But we are talking about Christ-centered. The conversation about gospel is centered on Christ. Let's be clear about this one. We're not talking about how you feel or the area you are, the environment. No. When the Spirit of God is in you, it's in you. The Holy Ghost is in you. It is there to guide you, to comfort you, and to direct you.
Okay.
So it's not about you are here at this point, you are in the Spirit, you are out at this point, and you are in the flesh.
Okay, so you said you're getting into the question I asked about secular musicians not even accepted in the church. I want you to answer that, and I get to Mr. Logic.
Like I'm saying, a secular musician can attend church, comes to church. But you see, church is like a hospital for everybody. So I will not say, Logic, don't come to church. I will let Logic come to church because he's a soul who Christ wants. So whilst Logic is in church, it is a reformation state for him. That if he's doing something which is worldly, in the process of the church and the systems and the doctrines and the principles he has to learn, at a point in time, he needs to know that we are coming out of this thing, this worldly thing, into Christ. That's the whole motive of church.
Okay, so
Church
now
is
you're
not for
speaking
entertainment.
like he's already a sinner, and so he comes to church to be reformed.
We
right?
have all sinned and falling short of the glory
Good.
of God.
So in this case, as a gospel musician is also a sinner and comes short to the glory of. Why is it no?
No, let me
Is
make
it not the
let
same?
me make the point. Let me make the point to you. He said, by faith, if you confess that Jesus Christ is Lord, you have been saved. That's it. That's the basis. There's no argument about this. You have to confess Jesus Christ. And if you confess Jesus Christ, it's like a seed you have planted. We have to see the fruits. And that is why he said in Corinthians, he said, bear good fruits. Bear good fruits. So we have to see the fruits that you claim that Jesus Christ is in you. So you cannot be having Jesus Christ in you and then you'll be holding dildo. You cannot be having Jesus Christ in you and then you'll be smoking in public. You cannot be having Jesus Christ in you and you'll be drinking. You see, as a matter of fact, even we Christians are finding it difficult to stand. Even those in the Christian faith are finding it difficult to stand. How much more you are outside and standing on the fence, waiting for a good catch to pounce on? No, we don't sit on fences when it comes to this thing. Christianity is an army. That's the point. It's an army. And you see, if you get to the army, there are rules and regulations. You have to obey them. You have to go by them. You don't just go into an army and say, as for me, this is how I feel like dressing. This is how I feel like talking. This is how I feel like sick. No, you have to go by them. And you see, because we have let our guards down, I'm always scared about the next generation. We were claiming that, we have to open up. We open up to other things. We brought Azonto into church. We brought all this dance. Everybody was dancing, all these things. We allowed the youth to come into the church. They started wearing torn trousers and all these things, wearing camboos and all to make the gospel attractive. But I think that where we are getting to, if we don't take care and tread cautiously, we might end up diluting the entire message because we want to make it comfortable and appealing. No. Like I said in my earlier statement, it is free, but it is not cheap.
Right. Thank you very much. You see, Obi, I'm looking at you carefully. I'm even looking at your my view. I mean, I'm taking a look at your outlook. Gentleman, well dressed. Me. When I have my hair cut, there's always a line. We try a boy to meet him.
Yeah. Oh, same here.
This pastor looked at me and told me, he said, Christians don't cut their hairs like that with a boy.
Yeah.
Obi, you have a boy.
Yes, I do. I've been having it since childhood.
Good, you go to church. So if you are in my church and as a pastor who despises a boy, you are doomed.
Okay. So
in this case, how would you feel as a pastor if I rebuke or if I judge you that you can't wear this kind of hairstyle in my church and all you tell me, I'm using your own words.
Sure.
Maybe I mean, this is how I talk, this is how I dress. And no, you can't do that because Christianity, we don't do that. You would tell the pastor, so you are telling me, the pastor, that pastor, this is how I've kept my hair since childhood, and so you can't tell me
Andy,
how I should dress.
I made a certain comment yesterday, and I don't know whether you guys were. It sounded funny about Christianity different in America and different in Ghana, and I heard people say it's the same thing. Let me make this statement clear. The Christianity in America is different from the Christianity in Ghana, different from the Christianity in Nigeria, different from the Christianity in any other area at all.
Is it not the same God we are
Hold
worshiping?
Hold on. You see, culture has an effect on our Christianity. Let's get these are things we should understand already.
You're speaking as if we are all confused as Christians.
No, I'm making a point, because when you go to America, like the way Logic is dressed, you can just walk into a church like this, because we're preaching the fact that, okay, it's about the heart,
faith,
about your faith, what you believe in. So he can walk into it. But even when an elderly person sees Logic, or let me just say Logic is going to meet Otumfo, you think Logic will dress like this? Let's be very frank.
Well,
if
if he believes, wait. If he believes, just as you said, America.
Good.
So if we see Americans dressed like this, what's wrong with
So
that?
you see, that's what I'm saying. When people use certain words in America, it's free. Can you use the F word here?
But they can't use it on their radios.
No, but they use it.
No, not on their radios.
But they use it.
Well,
generally,
they
use it.
Well,
even Ghanaians are even learning this. You see, like I'm saying, if we don't take care, we are going to learn certain things from other places that will make our space look as if we're joking. But I keep saying, Andy, I'm still emphatic on the thing is not cheap. Somebody paid the price. Somebody died on the cross for it. And I'm saying, even those of us in there are not finding it easy.
So I want you to answer the question.
Your pastor about that boy.
Yes.
I don't know why. I don't know the church. I don't know the orientation of the pastor. But if you know, some churches don't.
He's not my pastor. I mean, someone I had met who admired me.
Okay, so like some churches usually didn't allow people to even come to church. Perm hair, uncovered hair. They had to. Some even have to remove their slipper. That's what I'm saying. That it has doctrines. So every Christian faith has its own doctrines. I don't know about that. Where I go to church, ICGC, Logic can come into ICGC like this. Nobody will ask him any question, because we believe that he can simply come in there and worship God. He wants to worship God. He has to free himself and have access to God. But you understand me? Before Logic will get a certain podium or platform, he needs to. We have to see some reformation. We have to see some changes. Not so humanly, but like I keep saying, we shouldn't go on the angle of it is just the heart. Andy, if your bedroom is dirty, and you keep your hall clean, when you get to your bedroom, how would you feel?
Well, it depends.
You see, you feel you are deceiving your own self.
Right.
That's the point. Let's not be in deception. Let's go out and out. If we're Christian, we're Christian. We're doing it. If a secular artist wants to be featured on the gospel song, I'm saying that you can do that based on peace songs, let's say war songs, okay, like songs that will bring social reformation. We are all influencers on our own levels. And you are an influencer, I'm an influencer. Logic is an influencer. So when we are talking about things that will help the society, that is different. But let's not confuse gospel with these things.
Okay. Well, thank you very much. Frankie Five, good morning. How are you? Good to see you, brother.
Good morning, bro.
Yes, sir.
Hitz FM.
Mr. Logic.
Andy.
Fire.
Good morning.
Morning.
Obi morning.
Oh, here they with the fire. No, you
Because-
just
My words are always fire. So it's
But you just
very-
fire.
So this is fire means Holy Ghost fire.
Don't worry about what kind of fire it is. I mean, it's unfortunate that you're making references to how I've dressed, because people out there may not know how I'm dressed or how I'm looking. But then I would like to object and correct you on that. Because whilst coming here, I mean, what you were wearing, I have millions of them. But I have times and what I wear. I have times and what I wear. I decided to be casual today. As you can see, I'm wearing my kicks, my shorts, and my T-shirt, and my earrings. Now, I want to give you a true definition of an earring. Because you see, when you were speaking, I enjoyed your extremism into Christianity and how you are a hardliner into the doctrine of Christ. But I need to take you back and give you some form of education into what you are also missing. Andy, earrings are simply accessories. Look, earrings used to be with kings. Kings used to wear earrings when we were ourselves as royal South Africans. Because I'm saying this because you said that our culture plays a role in our faith. So So it's important to identify your culture.
Okay, you finish.
Now, the reason why most Christians, like, he was making references to his church and ICGC and the fact that maybe if you're wearing earring, you won't be given certain podium and all that. You are wrong. See, if you don't know that earrings used to be with kings, or men used to wear earrings before even women wear earrings, then you still don't have your history intact.
Okay.
That's number one. Andy, I want you to give me a free way to,
Andy,
no,
because like,
give me a free way to talk.
Hold on.
No, I can't hold on. No, when you were talking, I was quiet. No, you can't hold me on. No, you don't have to hold me on.
Because you
don't have the right to hold me on. No, you cannot hold me on.
Add Egypt to it before you
Obi, you cannot hold me on. No,
Obi, do me a favor.
Listen, you have to behave yourself.
He should not say what I have not said.
No, that's
You
not
know something.
Africa. No, hold on.
You said our culture.
I'll come back to
what context is our culture?
It's
not black African.
When you were five,
I was quiet.
He was very,
you have to allow me.
Then he should not mislead.
Oh, come on.
No, you won't.
Exactly. When you were making references with me, do you know you were misleading people? When you were using me as a reference point, no, you didn't have the right.
Explain to him that
you didn't have the.
No.
You have to explain to him.
Did you come to argue?
Like I'm saying, Andy, make it clear to him that it was in a contest.
Oh, you guys have begun to
understand.
No,
he needs to understand that it's in a contest. Don't misconstrue what I just said.
Obi, you know what? I will really respect you a lot if you behave yourself and allow me to enjoy my time.
I would also enjoy having a conversation with you if you also respect my views.
I did not speak.
And don't
in the first place, why did you use me as a reference point? Why did you use my clothing, how I'm dressed, as a reference point to your submission? It's a wrong thing to do in the first place.
Why?
You don't have that right.
Why? Okay.
You don't have that right to use me as a reference point.
All right. Now,
What right do you have?
So hold on.
Is it about African wear up and down? I have thousands of them.
Okay. That's not
Probably most expensive ones than what you're wearing.
trivializing the conversation.
No.
So let me go into my submission.
So hold on.
Andy, let me go into my submission.
Hold.
Let me go into my submission.
Please.
Yeah. Oh no. I mean,
Shall we enjoy this in close?
No. We don't need to enjoy this.
We're men.
Now hold on. Let me read something quickly.
Andy, you have to allow. I will lose my point. I will lose my point.
Oh, logic. Cool. Calm down.
Why are you calling him as if he's backing when we come back? He's not backing more than anybody.
I know you as a backer.
Yes, so calm down. Let the host regulate.
I'm a backer.
I'm also the greatest backer.
Let's see about
that.
So
we all have to.
Let's see about that. Yes.
Okay. All right. Listeners.
Oh no!
I'm going for a commercial break.
Andy,
Then
I'll lose my point.
Let's go on.
I'll lose my point, please.
He might come say
I'm
something
going to the
different.
junction of my point.
Andy, I'm writing, so he might come say something different.
Okay, then
go through.
Obi, please allow the
Interjection. Yeah, it's simple. I mean, gentlemanly.
Please.
You shouldn't say what I've not said.
Oh,
I will not take it.
Please. See, all I want is that we are discussing the collaboration of
Andy.
of God, please, of gospel and secular.
And secular. Okay, it's important.
Now we've defined secular. We've not even defined gospel yet.
Yeah,
we've
and
not
the whole thing
we've not
to a
so
heated debate. Yeah,
So
I
please,
understand.
can we leave the dressing and the reference out?
Do you know why I had to make that point? Because you cannot use me as an object
It's all
in
right.
your
It's all right.
submission.
I think
it's not allowed.
Oh, Mr. Logic.
So I had a right to refer him.
All right, that's
so
fine.
I mean, I've done that one. I'm fine.
So
let me
please,
continue
Obi,
from here.
Let's not personalize it.
Let me continue from here.
But you should be telling him.
Oh no, you used him.
You see,
first.
Andy.
So please,
Andy.
please, thank
You see, in this,
Mr. Logic, please. Let's move on to the substantive issue.
Absolutely.
And the people are asking you to allow me to speak.
People, which people? No one has asked me. My phone is. Look at my phone is off.
Okay, you need to
So
go.
what
You
are
need to
saying?
go into your WhatsApp. Okay, let me say something. I mean, you see, Andy, me, I'm a spiritualist, and anytime I meet people who are religiously extreme, I enjoy that kind of conversation. Yes, last night I woke up around 2 a.m. to pray. Then I was having some nightmares, so I decided to pray. I got up around 2 a.m. and then I think at the same time a friend of mine who is a Christian, he's a Christian. I mean, he works with multimedia. Sent a text. I said, at this time, why are you texting me at this time? So I responded. Then he said, why are you not asleep? I said, no, child, I'm praying. And he said, okay. Then he sent me a song to pray with. It's still on my phone.
Okay.
He sent me a worship, like a Christian worship song. Say I should pray with this. Then I played this. When I played it, my spirit did not connect with the song. Okay. Right there, I paused the song. Then I went on YouTube. Then I typed Stonebwoy Strength and Hope.
Right.
So I started playing Stonebwoy Strength and Hope. After playing Stonebwoy Strength and Hope, I played Sizzler, the wicked will not prosper because they don't know love.
Right.
Those were the songs I was playing. And I played Luciano, Sweep Over My Soul.
Sweep over my soul.
Those were the songs I was playing. So it's obvious that I have a different spiritual orientation
Right.
from a normal Christian. But then what I know about Christianity and the origin of Christianity is what I want us to understand. That look, you telling me that you stood in the church and recited words and said, I have given myself to Christ, I'm born again, and felt that you are now a holy person. That is not the way. And there have been traditions how Christianity has been from the beginning, and God has not changed you. God is the same God from the beginning up to this time. Yes, and up even today. Now, you see, the point this brother is missing here is that when some of our brothers get close to pastors and then they get to quote Bible, they think they're holy. But I'm saying this today, here, right now, that nobody should speak to me quoting the Bible. It doesn't make you holy. It's a guide. The Bible doesn't make you holy. If you,
why are you looking at me as if maybe you are talking to me? Whatever you are saying, guy, it's not part of the conversation.
I'm not going to look at you.
Andy, but can't you look at you?
The reason why,
but there are two of you certified.
So you should make his submission clear.
Let me know if you look at
you. So do your submission.
It just reminded me of me telling Sadiq don't look into my eyes. It's simple as that. I mean, so Andy, the thing is, if you are a spiritualist, your understanding, your depth into creation, God is different from people who call themselves Christians.
Okay.
Now, I want to make a definition into who a Christian is and what a gospel is. Because when my brother was speaking, it was all about the gospel. The gospel. What is the gospel?
Okay.
The gospel, and can you check from the dictionary so I don't make a wrong
about
quote?
gospel music and you.
Obi.
I don't enjoy when you
Obi,
get into the mic. It's not
Obi,
your time,
Obi,
please.
Obi,
You need to allow these things.
Please,
You
Obi,
read about secular.
You need to allow these things.
Allah, Obi.
See, me logic, people like you don't intimidate me. Even your pastor can intimidate me.
I can intimidate you today, tomorrow, and tomorrow. I'm telling you.
Your pastor can do it. So let's read.
Drop it.
What are you talking
I
about?
can intimidate you and all your people.
You are sick.
I'm telling you.
You need paracetamol. Your head is aching. You can't intimidate Mr. Logis. Even your pastor can't intimidate.
If I'm not
Allow me to go. Andy, can I go?
Why are you ranting?
Because you are interjecting into my submission. You don't allow.
Let him retract that I'm sick. Let him retract that. I will not take it. I will not on any level. Don't tell me I am sick. No, you are not the host of the program.
You are not
the host of the program.
Allow me to do my job.
Tell him that he should retract it.
Please.
And tell him to retract it. Tell him to retract that. I'm
Mr.
not sick.
Logic don't do retractions.
Tell him to retract
Mr.
it.
Logic don't do retractions. Maybe you don't know.
Mr. Logic.
I don't do retractions.
And you invited me here. You invited me here.
Oh, Obi.
Good.
Oh,
you can.
Mr. Logic.
Why did he interject into my submission?
Please, Mr. Logic.
Sorry.
For you to make a
Andy,
statement,
sorry.
for you to make a statement that he's sick.
When you are sick, you are not mad.
Please.
Sick people are people who cannot be controlled.
That is derogatory. Please.
Okay, so you want me to retract?
Please.
For your sake as Andy and as the moderator of the show, I do.
Andy, I won't take this.
Retracted.
Please.
Andy, I won't take this.
I've retracted.
Logic, I think you should behave. Logic.
Don't say.
I think
You are
you should
talking
behave.
about behavior.
Logic.
You are interjecting in my time.
Mr.
You are interjecting into my time. You are getting into my time. You calling that behavior.
Behave yourself.
When you are speaking, did you see how quiet I
Why do you
was?
call me I'm sick? Because of what?
This is not cool. This is not cool.
What's this?
Okay,
Obi.
Andy, you know what? Okay, I retract.
Thank
I
you
retract.
so much.
I retract. Can I go on now?
Thank you.
Please, can you ask not to
No.
interject my submission?
No. All right, listeners, I'm going for a commercial. When I come back, we will be going into the issue properly. How is it proper for secular musicians to collaborate with gospel musicians? Please stay with us. We'll be right back. Obi, your name is it Nete or Nate?
N-A-R-T-Y.
Oh, Nate. Well, many thanks. Forgive me. I hope you didn't get angry if I had already mentioned Nete. Yes, thank you.
This is my demeanor, very calm and collected.
I want to believe that. Okay, so what is wrong with secular musicians collaborating with a gospel musician? Is it not music? Again, when a gospel musician collaborates with a secular musician, it's on a gospel genre, or it's they sing about the gospel. You've never, especially in Ghana, there's never a time a gospel musician has featured for a secular musician and be singing secular songs. All of them are rather on the gospel side. So in this case, what's so wrong with that? Mr. Logic?
Yes, sure. It's unfortunate that I've lost my point. Seriously.
It's all right. Forgive me.
This
Forgive me.
interaction
It's all right. Sorry.
I really lost it. Let me pick it from what you just asked. And when we say gospel, I gave you a story, a scenario yesterday, how I was sent a song, and then I decided to choose a Stonebwoy song instead because of the
Your
things
spiritual
he was saying. Because he said that the things that my eyes, but God says that the things that my eyes and my eyes don't see and my ears don't hear, I shouldn't be afraid of them.
Right.
It means that if someone tells you about a spirit trying to hunt you, or a spirit trying to kill you, or even a spirit itself, you shouldn't believe it. Meanwhile, God himself is still invisible. You still can't see God, but yet you are told that don't believe or don't be afraid of what you don't see and what you don't hear. So the Bible itself is symbolic. Now, with the question of who is a gospel and who is a Christian, I think the modern Christians themselves, I won't call myself Christian. I will call myself a traditionalist and a spiritual person because I believe in the whole culture and history of my race.
You've not answered my question.
No, I'm coming to you. I'm coming to your question. I'm making a connecting statement.
Because
So
I want you.
No, I will be brief.
I want to give you enough time.
The
to
question
speak.
you asked me,
So
I need to break into two. Who is a Christian and who is a gospel artist? It's a two different thing. Andy, the gospel is just preaching. It's either you are preaching, singing, or even speaking the good words, positive words. Anything that is positive, anything that is saving, anything that will redeem a person from whatever wrong that the person is doing is gospel. Then now you have Christian, where religious beliefs, regulations, do's and don'ts are applied. Andy, no religion on this earth, I'm saying this now and I'll say it at any time, no religion is God-made. Every religion is an ideology. It's an ideology that people derived from history that they came to meet. That's how come life has been generation after generation. Have you asked yourself what God your forefathers, your father's father was praising? I'm not sure they were Christians. Your great grandfathers, they were not Christians. But today you are here, you may call yourself a Christian. So it tells you that how religion itself has been ideological from the beginning. That's how come even in the time of Christ, they had so many. Ask yourself, when Christ was on earth, I have not seen Christ before. I came to meet his story. And I don't believe that God had any son. God had prophets. God didn't have any son, and nobody can prove to me a son of God. Look, the story behind the crucifixion, we tend not to argue because some of these things, they are people's faith. So you don't even have to argue about it.
Okay.
But if
I don't want us to go there.
Andy, allow me to. Please, nobody should. Whatever I say that you don't agree, when you get to your turn, deal with it.
Right.
Don't interject me.
Right.
Nobody should interject me. I'm giving a different teachings. You may give different one as well. I am giving historical teaching to how religions and ideologies came about.
All right, let's not go there.
I'm a historian. So I'm saying that.
No, I want us to look at the combination of
we have
secular
already
and
defined
gospel.
who a secular artist is.
So is it wrong for them to be on
The
one song?
reasons why I won't say it's wrong is you called it gospel. If you had said if you had said Christian artist, Andy, I'm coming. Oh, if you had said that a Christian artist, then I will attach the religious faith to that artist, and will agree that as a Christian artist, these are your regulations. You don't have to mix and blend with secular people as deemed by the church. But once you say gospel artist, I will keep arguing with you, because when you say gospel artist, like I said, I played Luciano last night. I played Stonebwoy. That was a gospel to me, based on the lyrics on the song. So that's my gospel, and that's gospel for real. But if you say Christian, Stonebwoy may not call himself a Christian, but then he believes in God. So if you have your demarcations, as in Christian artists, we Christians, these are our artists, Joe Metzel, Cecilia Mafo, whoever, they are Christians. Let them start calling themselves Christian artists, so that we identify them by their faith and their church. So if you tell me that Cecilia Mafo is not allowed to do a song with Sarkodie, I will understand. Because based on her faith as a Christian, the church don't allow that. But if you call them gospel artists, you yourself, you've even misplaced your own priority.
Okay, so let's define gospel. This is what the definition of gospel is in the dictionary. I am defining from the Merriam-Webster dictionary. It says, often capitalized the message concerning Christ. Are you listening?
Fine, I'm listening.
Good.
Yes.
The kingdom of God and salvation.
Do you know why? Do you know why?
I've not finished.
Okay.
That's the gospel.
I want to break it down for you, because these are
Capitalized.
words. Yes.
One of the first. One of the first 4 New Testament books telling of the life, death, and resurrection of Jesus Christ. Gospel.
Okay.
Also, a similar apocryphal. Apocrypha, you know the
Yeah,
apocryphal sense
yes,
to it,
yes,
right?
yes.
Apocryphal book. Now, see, an interpretation of the Christian message All right?
Yes.
These are definitions from the dictionary.
What dictionary is it?
Merriam-Webster. Merriam-Webster.
Merriam-Webster.
Yeah.
Okay.
Now, the message or teachings of a religious teacher.
Yes.
So it could be any religion.
Thank you very much.
Another way, per what you were
Yes,
saying,
what I'm
it could be
saying,
any religious leader
Yes,
or
yes.
teacher. It could be Islam. It could be still, according to the dictionary, it is gospel. Once it is
Andy,
true.
you see,
4.
Okay.
Some. Please allow me, because if
No,
you wouldn't
sorry,
have
sorry,
allowed,
I'm
I wouldn't
sorry.
have gotten
Just
to
go ahead, yeah, please
what
go
I
ahead,
just
please go
read.
ahead and read, yes.
Something accepted or promoted as infallible. See, infallible says one. Truth or as a guiding principle or doctrine.
yes.
5. Gospel music.
Thank you. Let me make my last point.
Please, you have just a minute.
Yeah, minutes, yes. Andy, you see, the thing is, if you are a historian, you understand the angle I'm coming from. People who don't attach history to the prophecy, which is the Bible, such people are still halfway to the truth, because the Bible itself, the whole story in the Bible, when you are in church, you are told about David, King Solomon, all these people. These are all stories. Now, I will want to live a life that tomorrow, when I'm not there, I can also be quoted in some Bible somewhere.
Right.
That logic, just as we do Kwame Nkrumah and Philip Beho and all these people, these are all prophets and people we can call prophets based on what they did on earth.
Right.
So I'm saying that if you are speaking to me, and take this point carefully, if you are speaking to me and you start quoting James, Mark, Galatians, Thessalonians, you are not making sense to me. Unless you start quoting Deuteronomy, Deuteronomy, Genesis, Revelation, then you go back to the Old Testament and you start quoting Jeremiah. If you speak to me in these books, I will listen, because this is directly the prophet's life. But if you speak to me about Mark and some of the new prophets who came to glorify the works of Paul, then I take you as a person who are fall short of the books. And that's what's happening. Because you see, that is how come some of these people who wrote this dictionary that you are reading, these are all stuck, what I will call stuck Christians, who believe that everything in the Bible, because you can take a Bible and it has different interpretations, even different wording. A Bible will say Lord, another one will say God.
Right.
So it means that different writers, different meanings. So I'm saying that from what you read, that the gospel supposedly is the life of Christ. That's what they are saying. I'm not stopping.
All. I mean, there were too many
different meanings. There are different definitions. I'm saying that everybody is free as to how he sees his religion.
Okay.
But you cannot be a judge of persons. You cannot.
Right. Okay. Hits 102.9. Frankie, good morning once again. Host of This Is Gospel. So this is gospel. Why? Okay. Is it acceptable for gospel musicians to collaborate on songs with so-called or supposed secular musicians?
If you ask me, I would say yes.
It's wrong.
It's not wrong.
You said it's accepted.
It's possible. It's accepted. It's acceptable. But there's a basis why it should be accepted, and that is going to be the point of my submission. Major reason why I came up with that program called This Is Gospel, and I put the likes of Sarkodie to share his experience with Christ on the show.
Who else came? I think
Basics,
Stoneboy.
I put someone like Stoneboy to share his experience on a near-death incident that he recognized that a deity came in to pull him out, and he believed he was God. So there's a basics, and that will premise my submission. One, yes, indeed, it is allowed for gospel artists to collaborate with a secular artist on one basis. The basis is that if let me also state that, listen, you cannot entirely say that good only resides in the church. There's some level of good out there in the world as well. Okay? So Christians must desist from this statement of saying that anybody that walks on that street isn't good. As much as there's bad on that street, there's that same bad in the church. Because if a Christian can be seen drinking Malta Guinness, but you check the content and it's Guinness proper and not Malta Guinness, then it should tell you that you are as bad as the person on the street. That is the premise. Number two, they can only collaborate if they are not preaching to people about rebirth or spiritual cleansing because they don't know jack about it. That's our term hypocrisy. If you feature a secular artist and you want the person to talk about how the Spirit of God convict to total repentance, and because you are not repented, that's why you are in the world. However, check the new project with Kirk Franklin, Lean on Me, that featured all those secular guys. The title of the song was Lean on Me.
So she had R. Kelly, Mary J. Blige.
God bless you. Check Storm Is Over, T.D. Jakes. Straight.
R. Kelly.
Check Yaw Sapon, Sakodie, Ahon Brasier. In no way, count all those ones, will you ever see them talking about rebirth or conviction or conviction. But there's a room for them to collaborate. Yes, to welcome them to church, to experience Christ, to have that experience with Christians. And that is what Jesus did when I say he mingled with them. He sympathized with them before he ministered and bid them follow me. Throughout all the disciples that he called them from the secular world, doing secular things. Matthew and all those people. But yet, he mingled with them. So, he did not directly tell them that come and stand on the pulpit and preach. No way. That is why I find it very difficult to accept my brothers when they go so hard on people and say that, hey, it's not allowed. You don't have to do. No, communicate it well. Other than that, you are drawing people away from the cross. It is true that you are speaking the truth, but truth must be spoken in love. That Christ came, and when they were looking for him in the synagogue, he was outside. And when they asked him, why they've brought you here to come and speak about the gospel. You're supposed to be in the church speaking about the saving grace of your father and all that. And you say, yes, I came about my father's business. My father's business is to
not
save
in the church.
The lost in the world. Yes, so it means that there are some people who are dying and need to experience Christ. But you cannot just go and speak to the pagan to repent. Why? Why should I repent? Let the person experience something.
Not go mind you.
Everybody experienced something about Christ, all the disciples. That is why they followed him. So share that experience. That experience could be that song collaboration that you did with the person. But you see, you, the gospel artist as well, you should be able to communicate with whoever you are collaborating with and let the person understand that I am not in to collaborate with you because of your fame, but I'm collaborating with you because of faith. Not fame, but faith. Indeed, I've heard you are a Christian. I am not God to judge how deeply rooted you are in Christianity. However, I understand that you have experienced Christ before. And you've been through this situation and you feel that Christ has saved you. I will have that social encounter with you. So we talk about Christ because we have a common goal, a common basics. But if you do not believe in that Christ, it's hypocrisy for me to collaborate with you. To say, come and talk about the person you don't know. That's hypocrisy. But we have a common ground. We can collaborate. However, we cannot talk to people on the song about rebirth. Because you are not completely reborn.
Frankie Five, host of This Is Gospel, Kwame Dazi speaking. He says, Obinate is making noise. How do you compare getting employment at a radio station to featuring a secular act on a gospel song? How many of you so-called gospel musicians sing spirit-filled songs? Who gave them that permission to sing gospel songs in the first place? Who? You just want to tap into the hype song.
Yeah, Andy, I think in my submission, my submission, I did mention, let me state this thing clear. We might talk differently, but we're speaking about one thing. I did not condemn collaborations. If you listen to me carefully, I did say that you can do collaboration based on social discussions, things that will help society. These things are allowed because I remember I gave a reference to an influencer. Logic is an influencer. We all so if we're talking about something which will help the society.
Yeah, but you see,
It is-
the reason why they were fighting you is
no,
because
I'm-
you made it clear on social media that it was needless.
Yes,
And
yes.
it hurts them.
No, hold on.
For you to say it
Calm
was
down.
needless.
That was the
That was the
main-
main
Hold on.
crux of
No.
the
All right,
matter.
but, okay, hold on.
Let me
Did
clear.
you? Hold,
I never said
Obi,
it was
did you?
needless.
Did you? Oh,
I want-
according to
Even
Celestine
here,
Donko,
I want the
Senior
recording.
made a
Please,
statement
please,
like
sure.
Celestine Donko yesterday made it clear
Yes.
that you mentioned
To her,
that it is needless.
I mentioned where to who.
Well, that's what she said.
To who?
Even
So
this one,
I would want her to confirm.
He said the gospel is not for everybody.
Yeah,
Even this morning you said
right.
no.
So
If
yeah.
you listen to how Frankie spoke,
See, everybody's
If you listen
shaking
to how
their head.
Frankie spoke,
Okay,
and
Andy,
how Obi
Andy,
speaks,
you see the interjections
you
have
can
started.
identify clearly that two different-
Mr. Logic, now
have you
you
seen?
are
Have you
now
seen?
you are interjecting.
Have you seen?
Okay, sorry.
Have you seen?
Thank you.
So, like I'm saying, the thing is very clear. You don't collaborate with a secular artist and call it a gospel.
Listen to this very carefully.
Sure.
Okay, this is what Celestine Donko said yesterday, right?
Anytime the gospel features secular, there's always issues about it. But I have never heard that a channel won't play because it features a Christian channel won't play because it features secular artists. And I have had key industry people like today. I'll mention their names like Obi Nete, who said the collaboration was needless.
So that was Celestine Donko. These
Okay.
are her own words.
So I would want her to
But
prove.
did you write it on social media?
So she should prove it to me.
No,
whether
did
I
you-
wrote- I'm
no.
not saying anything like that.
No,
I'm not
did
reading-
you- did
I'm
you-
not reading anything like that. I made a
Frankie
comment.
just
Hold
pointed
on.
it out to
I
me.
made a comment to her producer. That was the husband. That if she had done the song alone, it would have still made a similar impact about the thank you. This was the comment I made. But like I'm saying, let me go back to
Did you never mentioned that it was
said-
needless?
We were two talking at that time. So maybe it was. I don't want to even go there. But let me go to my point. My point is clear and it's loud. I am saying that you can do collaboration with Sarkodie and everybody talking about social issues where we are educating people and informing people and telling people about stuff that will help them live well. But when it comes to the gospel, like Christian music, I'm saying that the collaborations are not needful.
So they are needless.
Well, you can take it that way because I'm just making a point. Let us be clear on the issue. You see, I don't want people who are lukewarm. I don't like lukewarm people. The fact that I am hot doesn't mean I have pains under my buttocks. But I still have to be hot. That's the point. And this is me. Truth is truth. I'm saying that if you want to do gospel, let us know that you are doing gospel. You cannot be an army general and be waving a flag of the Navy.
But if is not doing gospel,
I'm coming. If you're not doing gospel, yes. So like I'm saying, on the song like Thank You, they made me aware, this was the explanation, that the Thank You song was an open song for everybody. So it's not you can't tell me that's a Christian song or a gospel song. But you can thank you.
But the guy goes to church on Sunday.
Everybody can say thank you. The Buddhist can say thank you. The Muslim can say thank you. So this argument even doesn't hold
Hold
here.
on, it holds because thank you. Who are they referring to?
To God.
Good.
And
So-
God is for everybody.
Good.
Yes, to
So
God.
how come is it not needful?
Yes.
Our faith is based on Christ.
Charlie,
Hold on, Mr. Logic.
There is a
Are you
problem.
telling me that Akwabua
There is a
and
problem.
Efia do not have faith?
He made a statement, conviction, stating a belief, standing on a certain premise or grounds, Andy, and that's why you see, unfortunately, Kwame Daji's ignorance is very painful. It's paining. It's very painful. Too.
Well, that's his opinion,
I'm coming.
not-
I'm coming,
not ignorance.
Just clear this out. I made that analogy because I cannot just walk into anybody's space. That is how the thing. It's a system. It's an institution. It's a group. We are coming with ideologies. Logic made a certain statement that he's.
Hold on a
Yeah.
second. Flying Bobo, you are a Muslim. If I want to go to the mosque and pray, do I need to register? Do I need to inform anyone? No. So
Can I just walk into the mosque and pray?
yeah, you can.
That is the
You have
point.
to perform what? What is ablution?
Ablution.
Those are rituals that
Hold
you
on,
do.
hold on. You see, it means that there is even
You need to cleanse your. You need to cleanse
absolutely the point. It means that there is a process you have to go through. I don't want us to. I said it.
your. So can't I walk into ICGC right now and
nobody
pray?
will stop you from entering into ICGC and pray or do whatever. But
So
I'm
it
saying that-
means you
hold
can
on.
walk
We are
into-
talking about gospel, the song. I don't want us to displace the argument.
No,
We're
we
talking-
won't displace it,
We're
no.
talking about the song.
You
And I'm-
mentioned
Yes.
you cannot walk into any
Yes,
place and you mentioned that.
What
so
did I say?
Yeah, you mentioned it. You
That
mentioned it.
you cannot walk.
You can't just walk into the
can't
faith.
just walk
Like,
into the space.
Yes, but you can't just walk into the faith. You need to go through certain processes. That is it.
What processes are there?
Good.
But
Because
you
I was
can't
about to
go-
ask.
for
No,
Muslims-
no.
I'm coming, no.
For
So let's
Muslims,
get there.
we were talking
Yes, so
about.
like I'm saying, if you want to be a Christian, you need to accept Jesus Christ as your Lord and personal Savior. You need to repent of yourself. That I'm not going this way again. This is where I want to be. Then you are accepted. You are guided. You are taught the ideologies, the principles, the doctrines of Christianity. It is not a free zone. And the fact that it is open doesn't make it.
Yes, just 1 minute.
It doesn't make it a free zone. I'm saying you need to go through certain process. You need to be guided. In my church, when you become a new convert, you go through a class about Christ. You are taught, you mature, you go to a certain level before you are allowed to even take certain positions to do certain things in the church. These things help you to work well, Andy.
Okay.
I don't like the way people are taking the content.
Right. Okay,
Content.
so let me ask you this. Oh, please.
Because
Oh,
you
I
said you
just
had
told
1
you.
minute.
Oh, yeah. So Obi,
Yeah.
if I go through all of these rituals and afterwards I go to sing my songs, well, if I sing gospel, no one is paying attention to me. Man must live, man must work. Well, the Bible even states that we must work. Now I work and I sing songs to make money, take care of my family, and I glorify my God when the time is due or when needed. Which wrong have I committed?
Andy, this question is far from what we're discussing.
No, I'm asking.
Let me just
based on
It's
the
becoming broader. I mean, the whole
yes.
conversation
So
is
you see,
becoming
when we do that, we will mind the conversation.
because when you began,
But like I'm saying,
this was
yes.
this was the path.
Yeah.
But like I'm saying, so let's take it there. You are saying you are in a church. You go and do your business. Your business is to sing secular. When you come to the church, do you sing?
No, I don't. If songs are played in the church, why don't I sing?
No, but I'm
Nyame
asking,
Egwama,
no,
Jesus.
but that's
I sing along.
No, when you come to church,
As in,
like-
you mean I'm a singer in a
yes,
church?
are you a singer?
No.
Absolutely. So you're free. Nobody, you see, like I'm saying, we're talking about conviction, and we're talking about understanding certain areas. You cannot just walk into any jurisdiction and do what you want to do. Let's get this thing straight. Unfortunately, this is how I am. This is how I speak. I don't know how I can speak calm. So that, no, I'm saying that it's an army.
It's allowed,
It's an army of God, and you cannot just walk into it anyhow.
All right. So do you when people bring you songs on your radio program?
Yes.
What do you do? Like collaborations like that? Do you throw them away?
I ask of the motive, because I can play inspirational songs, I can play motivational songs, but don't tell me it's gospel, because I need to find that Christ in it. Because
Okay, so if there is Christ in it, you have no problem with that.
your definition even gave it out.
No, I'm asking you.
Yes.
If there's Christ in there, you're free. You can
Our
play it.
whole faith as Christianity is based on Christ.
What I'm asking is that
Yes.
if they sang based on Christ, do you play
But who
it?
is singing? Who is that? The identity behind it. I
The
give you certain
Christian,
things.
a Christian.
So, like, let's say who?
For example,
Yes.
Celestine Donko.
Yes.
She's a Christian.
Yes.
For example, Joyce Blessing.
Yes.
She's a Christian.
I play their songs.
You play Joyce
Because
Blessing songs.
the identity they have shown to us is Christian. That's the point. Some old song that is
Yes.
Yeah.
You play it.
Yes.
It's a beautiful song.
Yeah.
Are you aware she featured a secular artist on the song?
Yes.
So, and you were playing it.
She featured Joel Aka.
Yes.
Yes. But what was it about?
It was about Christ. Nyame Egwama. Did they mention?
So what's Nyame? What's the Guama? What's the Guama? What's the Guama?
Flock.
The content are the same.
Oh, Guama.
Flock.
Guama is the flock now.
Lamb.
Lamb. I ain't about flock.
Yes.
Now,
Who
lamb.
is the lamp? Who is the
There's a lamb in a
lamp?
flock.
Who is the lamp of God?
Eh?
Who is the lamp of
Me
God?
no idea. You tell me. Christ.
Andy, can I come in now?
good.
The time is running.
Right.
Let me take my last bite.
Let's not
You see, that yesterday when I was speaking, I said that.
So there's nothing wrong
I-
with Celestine Donko's song after all.
Yes. I exempted Frankie and Christianes out of a fold when I was
Making a
going
submission.
on my offensive yesterday. The reason why I did that is that, Andy, you know, when Frank was speaking, if you listen to Frank carefully, you will realize that he is an open-minded Christian. When I say open-minded Christian, a person who is ready to welcome even the sinner to save them. And if you listen to Obi Nete, he is what you will call the extremist type of a Christian. Those ones are also there, fine. But then don't be a judge of persons. Now let me tell you why I exempted Frank, not because I'm close to him. Andy, God looks at your deeds. I'm not talking about Christ. Me, I won't talk about Christ here. I want to go to the main man. God looks at your deeds. your heart.
Because of time,
No,
stick
Andy.
to the collaboration.
No, it's
based
the
and-
collaboration. We have break it down. Now let's deal with the summaries now because we are almost about to leave. So I'm saying that the reason why I'm saying I'm going to the main man is that me, if you deal with me with good deeds, and I forever remain guilty and indebted to you.
Okay.
I believe that by your deeds you are known. So all OB Nete have been sitting down here saying, based on his words, by your words you'll be known, because Christ says that by their words, their fruit, you know them. I'm telling OB Nete that I'm not a judge of persons, but he needs to go back to his Bible, because if the Bible is his guide, then he needs to start reading the Bible from Genesis to Revelation, not only from.
What has that got to do with the collaboration?
I'm coming. I'm landing.
We not do some
Their collaboration, Andy.
Please,
Their
Mr.
collaboration.
No,
No, let me me go make here. Me person man judgment.
now you are judging.
So now judging me.
Now you are
Oh
judging.
my goodness!
Okay, hold on.
This is a clear example of how the others are behaving outside.
Please, we are all radio people. Please, we are all radio people. Let
want
me
to judge you
sell
before we
small.
leave here.
Let me sell small. You these people. WildestWish.com is an online platform aimed at getting celebrities and their fans closer like never before. Fans who are looking at getting a personalized or customized video from their favorite celebrities for that special someone, that occasion, parties or celebration, do it through WildestWish.com. So, for example, hi, my name is Obi Nati, and I'm wishing Frankie and his wife a happy anniversary. May God bless you all. The gospel says, God will judge you. Visit WildestWish.com and select your favorite celebrity. Select your kind of request and let your celebrity know your preferred message. Pay by mobile money, master or Visa card, and leave the rest for us to deliver through your preferred medium. If you're looking at getting your favorite celebrity or DJ to MC or DJ your wedding or parts of that memorable day or program, kindly log on to wildestwish.com now. Please call 055-11-13366 or 0244-997479. Hey, Franco Trading says when you come to them, you get the very latest mobile phones. Every mobile phone you need, be it Huawei, Nokia, Tecno, they have all of them in stock. Now, the brand new Franco TV sets ranging from 36 to 55 inches at affordable prices, well, they are available and they come with free wall mounts. You can find the head office at Adabraka opposite the Roxy Cinema or call them on 0246 422 338 or 0546 133 188. Now we are about wrapping up.
Yeah.
We are about wrapping up. What's up? Now, Malcolm Supermarket, now bigger and better. Walk into any Malcolm Supermarket to have a wide range of products. Malcolm, your one-stop supermarket for all your daily needs. Terms and conditions apply. The way you guys are talking there, we for chop.
Thank you.
You need artist pizza. See you here. Do you want to buy pizza and get one free every Friday and Saturday? On working days, we offer you a quickly bundled package of 100 CDs consisting of one large pizza, one artist special rice, and one bottle of Coke from Mondays to Wednesdays. Oh my God, today is Thursday. To place your orders, please call 0559 520 591 or 0275 205 911. Locate us on the Spintex Road, 18 Junction, opposite KFC. Follow us on Facebook and Instagram at artistpizza.pub. Artist Pizza and Pub, great taste. Now we need a getaway. Looking for a getaway that offers unrivaled luxury with beautiful shades of blue, swaying palm trees, and sparkling white sand beach? Well, the only destination that fits this description is Maldives, the world's leading destination in 2020 and your most trusted agency, Adansi Travels. Man, I can't miss this trip. They took me to Maha Beach and I had fun. Adansi Travels is inviting you to join the next ultimate relaxation trip dated 11 to 17 February 2021 for a special deal of only $2,650 single and $5,250 couple. Now, get your flight on Qatar Airways. You get your 5-night hotel. You get your full board meals. You get your COVID PCR test and many other benefits. Book now at www.adansitravels.com with coupon code ADANSI21. I beg your pardon. ADANSI21 to enjoy huge discounts. Oh. I cry, dance. Adansi 21. To enjoy a huge discount plus free swimming lessons ahead of the trip, call on 0556 310404. 0556 310404. Take this sweet vacay with your loved one for an unforgettable romantic getaway. Hey, don't forget that awake drinking water is what we are drinking. We would drink awake drink instead of drinking some things. Drink awake. Water is life, Frankie. No, be so. Therefore, come sponsor this is gospel.
Therefore, sponsor this is gospel.
I'll get
I don't know why.
No.
They are on Daybreak.
Don't worry.
When we have to drink living water. Christ is the living water.
Living water. Okay. Tomorrow, Reverend Lamte has agreed to speak to us on the same topic. We will extend it. Frankie, please, I want to see you.
No problem.
Obi.
I just want to make.
Obi. Tomorrow, if you don't come.
I'll
Tomorrow
be here.
is Friday now.
Yeah, I'll be here.
Friday.
I'll be here.
Thank you, Mr. Logic.
Oh, Reverend Lamte, is it that gentleman with the
yeah.
Oh, that man there is solid. How come?
Yeah.
Solid preacher.
But if you leave no being like
If
you
not being there, I'm very picky. If you know being will be one of these extremists, I won't come.
no Reverend Lamte.
He's not like that. I mean, I've listened to him so many times. He's the pastor I watch on TV and I save his number. Deep pastor.
Yeah, he's a realist.
Yeah, deep pastor. That's how I save his number. So I know what
Right,
kind of man
Frankie.
he is.
In summary,
Summarize for all of us
in
so
summary,
that tomorrow we continue.
In
Oh, yeah,
summary,
it's true.
in summary, I'm saying that
I told him
today,
he was here. I told him one time.
I'm saying that today in Ghana, there's a real test of Christianity, the real test of gospel artists. And the test is not just about producing new songs or producing new worship songs or whatever it is. The test is how renewed you, the person who is churning out that music, is really. And not just about just putting the song out there. And I'll say that, yes, let us avoid the condemnations. Okay, that's all what I'm saying. Let's avoid the condemnations. Let's preach the truth in love. We are saying that go and bring any worldly person to come and stand in the pulpit and preach. No, that's not what we are saying. We are saying that allow them to mingle with Christ. That is the only way they can experience the loving and the true saving grace of the man we are preaching. We are selling a brand. So let the brand look attractive to them. Let's attract them and leave the conviction to the Holy Spirit. Thank you.
Thank you. Obi.
Andy. Yeah, thank you very much for this opportunity. I'm sure tomorrow we'll get another time to talk about it. So my final words is that let's all tread cautiously with what we do. I think everybody should understand that in everything we do, there's a spirit backing it. The most important thing is the kind of spirit that is backing what you're doing. So be mindful of what you're doing and the spirit that backs it.
Thank you so much.
Andy, let me quickly say that, it was nice meeting Obi again. I told you it was my colleague.
Yeah.
I've done with it. So, when he shout, I shout. So we are tomorrow we'll meet again.
This is Hitz.